Welcome to T-Lo TV. You are now tuned in to the T-Lo Show.
I'm gonna hip you to the T. The T? What's the T? Oh, you know that's me.
Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Y'all miss me? Like, girl, we barely know you. But I missed you guys, and I miss making videos. I just been, y'all know we on quarantine. Stuff just be like. First off, I'm still getting all these assignments. Teachers need to just give it up at this point. Like, give it up. It's me. I'm tired. Like, I'm just over this. Like, why are we still getting all of these assignments? Like, y'all know y'all don't want to grade this stuff, so just don't give it to us. But yeah, still a college student, still essential. So when I'm not doing schoolwork or working, I'm playing Sims. So I just got into that. If you're a Sims person, like, go ahead and let me know any mods that I need to get. But also just, I've been using this time to get my life together. Peaceful, cleaning it up. I've been trying to stop cussing, all right? Because your girl be cussing like a sailor. So if you see me like pausing the video so I don't say a cuss word, like, bear with me, please. I'm trying to not cuss, okay? Honey, they just be flying it out, right? Like, ah! Anyways, I am here today to introduce a new segment to you guys on my channel. It is called Tea Talk. So clever, right? Because I'm T. My name is T. But anyways, Tea Talk is going to be a talk show type of setup for me. I'm going to be having guests, but since we're on quarantine, I'm going to do it the coronavirus safe way, social distancing at its finest. I'm going to be dialing in my friends to have, you know, some input on some of the topics. So today's topic is going to be friendships and relationships, but we're going to branch out into different categories of those topics. So starting off, we're going to be speaking about the infamous communication. So for me, I personally believe that when it comes to friendships and relationships and communication, there are two different standards of communication for each one. So for friendships, I believe that it doesn't take as much to, you know, communicate with your friends. I personally am not one of those people who are going to talk to you 25/8. Like, if we're friends, I'm gonna still check on you, but I'm not going to be calling you, texting you every second of the day. When it comes to friendships, I personally believe that it doesn't take much to communicate with your friendships. I do think communication is very important though when it comes to friendships, because you also want to make sure that your friends are healthy and in good condition when it comes to their mental health and, you know, just family life. We're all stuck in the house right now. It's very stressful. But I am going to go ahead and say that a lot of y'all are very toxic when it comes to your friends because you are very entitled. So that is the T on that. A lot of y'all are very entitled to your friends, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get a little territorial about my friends, but I am not entitled to their time. Like, if my friend is busy, my friend is busy. I know that I'm that friend who needs distance. I'm that friend who likes to be by myself. I will literally be bored and be perfectly fine with it because that's my peaceful route. Like, I just like being, oh God, I just like being by myself sometimes. So if you're one of those people who are so like sensitive about that, that really just annoys me. Does that like bother y'all too, where somebody's always entitled to your time? Like, every second you're not doing something, they think you should occupy that with talking to them. I need my alone time. Leave me alone. I meant that. I feel like with relationships, you guys should talk at least every day. Like, especially if you are a long distance relationship. So good. Your relationship does rely on communication, especially if you're not able to see each other. But if you're one of those people who just don't talk to your partner, I don't agree with that. I couldn't deal with that. Like, and it doesn't mean that you can't have any free time. Free time is like, I love me a good free time, but I feel like you should at least check in. So when it comes to friendships, I hate when they take my communication personal. I feel like communication is a struggle in our generation because a lot of people try to look too deep into stuff, and I hate that. Like, people who look so deeply into things all the time really grind my gears. I can literally think nothing of not texting you back, and meanwhile you're over there assuming that I've moved on with my life, I hate you, I'm not going to ever deal with you ever again, you mean nothing to me, and I'm probably betraying you or thinking of ways to sabotage you. Like, people like that absolutely get on my nerves because sometimes I don't think nothing of it. Like, sometimes it's just what I do. Like, I can't explain it, and maybe that is a little toxic. I don't know. I'm working on it, but I'm not going to constantly want to explain myself. Like, everybody wants to look so deeply into things, and everybody wants to take things so personal. Like, it's not personal. Maybe I needed a nap and I didn't want to text you back. I'll just ignore it and call you later. Like, that's just how I am.
Oh, I'm gonna do that anyway. Because that's how I am.
I just don't feel like every second I need to talk to you. And that's the deal. When it comes to situationships, how do you guys feel the communication should be? Like, we're not together, but we like each other. I personally feel like that is a very sticky situation because you're dealing with somebody that you like, but you don't have that title. And unless you guys sit down and come to the agreement, you know, what the boundaries are and, you know, what you expect out of one another, you're just going to be playing an assumption game. And I don't like doing that. I don't like assuming. I'm just going to do what I want to do. We've all been there, and don't act like you haven't. You know, don't act like you haven't been there, haven't done that, because I definitely have been there. Where, you know, you just like somebody, but you don't want to be in a relationship with them. I've done that. I don't think nothing's wrong with it unless it starts getting too far. And that's the thing, I don't take it too far. Like, I keep those boundaries because you're not going to get that complete package out of me if you're not my boyfriend. You're not my boyfriend. Like, you're not going to try me, you know? Like,
Mike, get back. Player. No, let him through. Let him through. Come on, you little short motherfucker.
Because niggas think they can do what they want to do. Like, and I can too. If you thought I was going to be loyal to you and you not my boyfriend and you dang on not loyal to me, see, I ain't cuss. Why? Why would I do that? That's so dumb. You think you the only person with people on speed dial, babe? Huh? You think they stopped making extras when they made yours? Because they did it. When it comes to situationships and communication, I just personally feel like if you don't say it, I'm not going to think it. Like, I feel when you're in relationships, something should come naturally. But in situationships, it's a lot different because if you guys don't establish specific terms, I feel like it's all free game to me. People be expecting like relationship treatment. I'm only going to do so much. You're not my boyfriend. I'm not your girlfriend. Like, I don't expect anything from you because high expectations, usually end up with a lot of disappointment. And I am easily disappointed because I set the bar high for people because I know that I'm going to return that same energy. So if I just go ahead and not expect anything of you, then I don't have to worry about being disappointed. I still be having standards, but I'm not going to expect a lot from you, and I'm not going to give you a lot either in return. So we're equal, you know? One of my friends is prepared for her question. Hello. All right. So.
You recording this?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
So everyone, this is Honeybee. This is Janika, my bestie. I will be talking to her about today's topic, friendships and relationships, but I'm starting off with communication. So I just want to know your input on how often do you think friends should talk? Like, do you think that when somebody's not talking to you on a day-to-day basis that they aren't really like a good friend, or do you respect that boundary?
Yeah, I definitely respect that boundary. And it just depends on the relationship you have with that person. Like, just for example, me and you have been best friends since 6th grade, and we do not talk every day. We talk every once in a blue moon or whatever, and every time we link back up, it's still the same, like when we were younger. So, but we understand that mutual connection or whatever, you know, like we know what it is.
It's life, you know?
Right, exactly. And we understand that about each other, and we don't take, it's not nothing that's offensive or personal, but we, you know, like I said, we understand. But versus the person that I might just met, I might have been friends with them for like maybe a few months, like they might take it to offense because they kind of, you know what I'm saying, they going a little harder at it. Like they don't really understand, because like they still getting to know you, and then you're getting to know them. So it's just like,
it's like they take everything personal.
exactly. It's like, get out your feelings.
And I hate having to explain that to people, like, because I'm used to my friendships who understand that. But I've been dealing with people lately who just take everything personal pertaining to communication. But it's like, me and you don't think nothing of it. Like, sometimes we just be like, oh, she probably busy, or, you know, life.
Just normal.
Yeah.
Girl.
So people, y'all need to get out y'all feelings. Like, y'all are crybabies. Like, y'all need to stop. It's getting too much. Because there's literally people who've been posting, like, they'll be like, oh, if you haven't heard from this person, da-da-da-da-da, like, they're not your real friend, cut them off. Like, you don't know what that person going through.
Right. If anything, you need to be checking up on them. I mean,
They're too busy worried about themselves.
exactly. See, that's the thing. And you know what? We were just talking about this the other day. Everybody want to consider their own feelings. Don't nobody ever want to consider the other person's feelings. Ever.
Like, who's to say your friend probably not over there contemplating taking their own life? They got so much going on, but you too busy on Twitter talking about something. If they ain't text you, you need to cut their ass out. See? No. See,
Now, if it's where it's now, if it's a one-way relationship, okay, you're always hitting them up, you're always checking on them, you're always putting in all the energy, you're putting in the 100%.
True.
Okay, yeah, say something, but if you know what it is, and you know, and y'all acting, y'all fuck with each other on that level, then let it go.
thank you. So let's roll into the communication. How do you feel communication should be for relationships?
Okay.
See, that's different. That's a different,
Yeah, that's different, because that is one of the key factors in a relationship, communication. If I don't know what you're thinking, if I don't know what's going on, if I don't know how you're feeling, I'm not gonna know how to react to, I'm not gonna know how to react to you, to the situation. I need to know what you're thinking, what's going on at all times, so that we can constantly continue to, figure things out and work out things. If something's on your chest, you're thinking about something, let me know. We can probably fix this. We can get over this. But if you're not telling me how you feel, or, if you got things, you thinking things, going through things in your mind, you're not telling me, but your body language is telling me, I'm going to misinterpret that. Start an unnecessary argument, and then it's just going to get out of control when you could have just told me what was up in the first place.
So what do you think about people who are probably like a little distant, like it's natural to them and it's new to them trying to constantly have to speak on their feelings? How do you work with somebody like that?
I would be patient with them at first. But if it's a problem where they feel like, okay, like it's just okay to just not communicate with me, then I'll feel some type of way. Like you can't just think that what you're doing is okay
And not take me into consideration.
Right. Like, we all different. We all need our personal space. We all need our own way of thinking, and we have to respect that about each other.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
So, lastly, before we go into the next topic, how do you feel about the communication in situationships? Like, y'all not together, but y'all like each other. Like, what are your expectations for that?
That's a great question.
Because for me, I try not to do too much, because it's like, you're not my boyfriend and I'm not your girlfriend, but I like you.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That's a good question. It's kind of tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you said, just what you just said. Like, you don't want to do too much. You don't want to come on too strong. But at the same time, it's just like, well, we are into each other. And I feel like, or at least a little bit. You know, I mean, in that situation, I feel like y'all both should just come to a common ground with certain things. That's really all you can do with that. Because it's like you said, it's like you're not really mine, but you are mine in a way. So it's like, let's just come to a mutual agreement on how we're going to communicate with each other, so, you know, you don't be feeling no type of way about anything.
Yes. Now back into friendships. And we're going to be discussing toxicity. So, have you ever encountered a toxic friend? And how did you get your toxic friend out of your life? If you did get them out your life. Because I'm going to speak on this, but I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, so I've had a toxic friend before. I'm not gonna name it.
You don't got a name drop. You don't got a name drop.
But basically, okay. Long story short, this person was. I felt like I was always one putting all the energy into this friendship. This person let her man get in between our friendship, and it was like blaming shit on me type of thing. Well, bringing my name in it, so he didn't really like me. Doing stuff like that, doing stuff like, oh, if I'm around him, don't text me type thing. Like, what? You know what I mean? So, and this person wouldn't talk to me for months because of this dude. And like, but I was still, you know, hit this person up from time to time, like, are you okay? Is everything good? Because like, I try not to take it personal, because I know everybody go through what they go through in relationships and with life. So I try to take it light, but at the same time I couldn't, because I just felt like I was just the one, you know, always sticking my neck out for this person, and they wasn't doing the same for me. And then with the whole thing with the dude being involved, that made it even worse. So it's just like, but this person is not in my life anymore. It kind of was a gradual thing. It wasn't like, oh, I want you out of my life, or they didn't say that. It was like, you wasn't really fucking with me for all those months anyway. So it was like the problem with them being out of my life.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's basically how that went.
We now interrupt your program for a scheduled commercial break. Hi, if you are dealing with someone toxic during this COVID-19 pandemic, you may be entitled to compensation. Yes, I said it. Go ahead and give us a call, 1-800-I'm-THAT-GIRL, where we will reassure you that you need to get your shit together, because you know damn well you shouldn't be dealing with that during this COVID-19 pandemic. Focus on yourself. Get it together. Let it go. But more so, remember who you are. That girl.
It's like sometimes us friends can know when somebody new tries to enter our friends' lives and they just don't have their best interests. And let's just say I don't think she's in her life anymore. And I knew that she wasn't a longevity kind of girl. Like, I knew she wasn't that type of girl. So I'm just happy.
The funny part is, we're talking about the same people.
Yeah.
That's the funny part.
So, you see, best friends be having that you know, that little intuition around certain people. And I just was like, this is not that girl. Like, she needs to go. I almost fought this girl. But we've moved past that. That's so high school. totally high school vibes. But anyways, thank you, friend, for calling in to Tea Talk. Do you have any last words, any last suggestions to anybody dealing with toxic friendships, relationships?
Yeah, 3 words. Let it go.
Nothing else to say, like, period. Period.
Period.
Period.
It's that simple. All right. Thank you, friend. I'll be talking to you later.
Okay, love you.
Love
Bye.
you too. All right. So, like I was saying, sometimes you may not even be the person to recognize if something is even toxic to you. Sometimes your friend's gonna recognize it. Can I get a friend? But also, when it comes to friendships and relationships and toxicity, I am big on, like Janika said, letting go. I am so quick to say, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to talk anymore. I don't care anymore. Let's not talk. I'll just cut you off. And I don't know, sometimes I feel like maybe that's toxic, but it's just been something that's built up that I feel is great to prevent myself from going through certain things again. I believe that when you go through something once, sometimes even twice, after that, you are just doing it to yourself. If you go through something, you need to be able to learn from it and apply it in the future. And a lot of times, y'all want to blame other people for what you go through, but really, it's you.
It's you. It's fucking you. Really? It's you. Okay.
And I don't want to be the one to hurt your feelings about it, but I'm that friend who's going to give it to you blood raw. It's you sometimes. You know better, but you decide that you're going to keep doing it because you think you're going to get a different outcome. That's insanity. Stop going back to old people in old situations, expecting new outcomes from people who don't even recognize that they are not right in the first place. If you think that you are perfectly fine with no problems, no issues, no toxic traits, you're not going to want to change anything because in your head, there's nothing to change. So if you're constantly dealing with somebody who always thinks they're right, always finds a way to play victim, always thinks that it's you, always blaming you, it's like, why are you even trying? You're draining yourself. Let it go. A lot of y'all just want friends so bad that you deal with people who shouldn't be in your life in the first place because you want a friend. Baby, if you want a friend that bad, pick up a Bible. Call on the Lord. At least he don't tell your business. Now that's the real tea. Y'all be too ready to tell people that business, honey. You be too busy wanting advice from people who never even been in your situation. They never even been in your shoes, babe. And you want them to tell you what to do? Sometimes even your friends shouldn't even have their hands in certain situations. There's been plenty of times I've had to deal with stuff on my own and I've gotten through it. I've gotten stronger from it and I'm able to speak to people and help people. Don't ever question why you're going through something when you know that you prayed to be a better person. Most of the time, God puts us through stuff because he knows that's going to get us to a point that we prayed to be at. If you pray to have better, people around you, you can't get mad when you start losing friends because half of the time they're taking up space. And some of you are very stagnant and some of you are very comfortable with staying in the position you're in because you don't like change and you don't like being uncomfortable. If you ever pray for elevation, you're going to lose things because those things are going to be a part of your past and not your future. You cannot have things take up space that no longer have value to where you're praying to be. And I'm sorry if some people may be on here who aren't spiritual, but I am very, very connected with God and I love Jesus Christ. And I'm going to speak on Jesus Christ because I have witnessed things happen within my life for the better because of praying to Jesus Christ.
Yes.
I'm just going to say that it's a lot of things in your life that are there because you won't let them go. And sometimes that's people, that's family, friends, whatever. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Sometimes you gotta cut people off. Sometimes you gotta do it in a peaceful way. Sometimes you can only deal with people from a distance. It's plenty of times where I just deal with people from a distance. We don't have to be enemies. We don't have to have no beef. We don't have to want to bite each other's heads off when we see each other. But I cannot have you in my circle all the time. You're toxic. You're seeping in negativity. You're compromising my character. I can't do it. Sorry. Go do that to somebody else. Hurt somebody else and make somebody else's life miserable. But you're not doing that to me. Like, you have the power to eliminate people out of your life. That's the fun thing to me. Like, it's so fun to me that I can say get out at any point, and I can say leave me alone at any point. I cannot reply to you at any point. I can block you and forget you at any point. That is so fun to me. Like, it's my life. I have power over it. Like, isn't that great? Right? Yeah, like, oh, that's how you feeling? Okay, toodles. Like, that is so empowering to me. And I need y'all to have that same energy about yourself. Like, at any point, if somebody is not giving you what they should be on a positive realm, you have the power to tell them to get that stuff and get the hell on. Hell is not a cuss word, I don't think. I'm starting to preach, y'all. Whew, I was preaching to you. I was preaching, yeah. Boys have boy code. Girls have girl code. Some of y'all abide by it. Some of y'all don't. It ain't for everybody. Some of y'all just ops. Girl code is all about loyalty, honesty, about being truthful, being real, emphasis on real, being confidential, emphasis on confidential, just being supportive. Real heavy on the support. That, to me, those are the concepts that y'all need to grasp when it comes to girl code. But we finna call my friend because we're gonna talk about some girl code. Next caller, next caller, next caller. This is my friend Jadesha. This is one of my good Judies. Our topics today have been relationships and friendships. So we already spoke on some other topics. Now the topic I want to discuss with you is girl code. Really? Yeah. I told the people what I think girl code consists of. I said it consists of honesty, loyalty, being real, being supportive. I think I said something else, but I forgot. So what do you think girl code consists of?
Definitely loyalty. Definitely. I don't know. I feel like it's all about genuineness. Like, I feel like girl code only exists with your true genuine friends. Like, people that you know, like, you won't ever have to worry about like crossing you. What the fuck did I go? I don't know.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, so I feel like girl code only exists with, can I cut?
Yes.
With bitches that's like really your bitch, like, you know, in your heart, like how I feel about you. Like, I know for a fact, if somebody came to me and was like, bitch, Shaliri was talking shit about you, and she took you and your nigga, I wouldn't believe it because, bitch, I know, bitch. Girl, told my friend would never. She would never, ever, bitch. So all that bullshit, like, no, that's dead. Like, that's girl code. Just knowing that your true genuine friend has you no matter what, bitch. It's always correct me in private, defend me in public.
And that's emphasis on all of that. Because I feel like for the most part, a lot of people don't hold girl code. They don't really know what girl code is. And a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, girl code is there until somebody gets a boyfriend or get into a situationship. So how do you feel about somebody who maybe was all girl code, all for it, but then they get into a relationship and then they say forget girl code?
I mean, when you say forget it, like, what do you mean?
Like, you know those people who are like all for, oh, I support you, this and that, but as soon as they get into a relationship, they say, oh, I don't really have time for y'all, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Like, it's more so their relationship becomes more important than their actual friendships. And don't get me wrong, your relationship is important, and your friendships should sometimes respect the fact that you may want to spend more time with your new boo. But I feel like some girls overdo it to the point where they say, forget my friends, I don't really need them, my boyfriend is my friend. So how do you feel it should be when females say, oh, that's not really important, my relationship is more important? Like, what if a friend of yours were to do that? How would you feel?
Like, I can only ask you so many times or bring it up so many times. Like, because I get it, at first I get it, bitch. It's nothing to be involved in your nigga. Like, for, you know, the first few months, you know, you telling your friends, maybe not today, maybe not this week, but bitch, eventually you can't. Like, for me, my friends are like family. So, the people that are my true, genuine friends are family. So, I can't go so long without seeing you because, yeah, I think about you, but what's not seen gets forgiven about. Like, so, I mean, if I stop trying to keep up with you, and then when that nigga leave you, when you need somebody to come back to, God forbid he does leave you, who you looking for?
Exactly, because you told B you didn't really want to deal with me. That was your friend.
Because it was all about him,
but now it's you don't got him.
It's been us. It's been us before him.
And that's what a lot of people don't recognize, that they don't keep the same people around who's been there from day one. Thank you, friend. That's just so aggravating, y'all. What would you do with somebody who been your friend, but she compromised the girl code?
Well, I've had a friend like that, and we are no longer friends because it's like, if you were my friend, I feel like from that moment on, I have to question your loyalty to me. I have to question your trust. I have to question where I stay around you. How we can't be friends. I'm not going to be awkward with somebody who I felt like I was supposed to, and they obviously have already shown me that they're not.
And that's so uncomfortable.
Right. I feel like that's the most uncomfortable thing ever. That's why I just sitting in the room with an ex. A bitch that know everything about you and she cross you. I'd rather sit in the room with an ex nigga.
Exactly. Because it's like, at one point I was comfortable enough to be real with you, but now I don't even know if I can trust you.
Right. That's the worst feeling.
Give me the heebie-jeebies.
That shit hurt, but it's like, hey, you live and you learn. Some people are lessons. Some people are here for eternity.
Longevity, baby.
Some people are not. Some people aren't built for that. Some people aren't.
They fold.
Friends, who you call friends, are not built for that. Some people are not built to last in your journey, and that's just that on that.
And that's just what it is. So do you have any final words to the people? Any advice for girl code, friendship?
For all those new viewers, subscribe, comment, like, you know, and yeah, period. That's that on that. Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in, J Bay. I will be talking to you later on.
All right. Bye.
Love you. All right, so that was my J Bay. She let y'all know the tea, the scoop on that girl code, because I feel like that is so important, and y'all don't really appreciate it like y'all should. And I know the boys, they got bro code, you know, and what they say, bros before. See, I'm trying not to cuss. And we supposed to be chicks before dicks. I don't think that's a cuss word. It's a private part. So chicks before dicks. So if you just don't have no standards, no morale, no value, then you can't get mad when these men dispose of you and they have more of a solitude of a friendship and you don't, because you compromised it for that same person who felt you were dismissible and replaceable. But also with girl code, I would like to go into the fact that a lot of females do feel like other females are constantly being malicious or coming for them. And most of the time, we're just trying to help you. I know for me personally, it's not hard for me ever to want to be like supportive for people. It just comes so natural to me to want to help people. Like sometimes that is my downfall, is me helping people all the time. And I will literally put girl code to the front for a stranger. Like if I see you going through something or potentially about to go through something with somebody who I've dealt with, I will really reach out to you as a friend, even though we may not even know each other, to try to help you and prevent you from going through something if I feel like it is that serious to me. And a lot of females don't know how to take that because they've never had a true friend or somebody ever try to look out for them. So they think that, oh, it's just jealousy. Oh, this person just wants what I have. Oh, I'm not listening to her. She's lying. Like I've had little people turn down good advice and had to pay the price down the line. So y'all gotta stop thinking everybody is out to get you, and you need to just listen. That's y'all problem. Y'all don't listen. Y'all always want to learn the hard way, and I'm not one of those people. And if I don't have to go through nothing hard, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Some of y'all just want to go through the gristle and the grime just to say, oh, I went through it with the person. You want to be Miss Ride or Die. I'm not riding and dying. I'm not. More life. Why do I want to ride to die? I'm not gambling with my life for you. Are you dumb? Why is the ride or die role always emphasized on females but never for males? Why they gotta be the ones driving the car all the time? Sometimes they don't even know where they're going. That's why or die is the option, because if they don't know where they're going, then you know they're gonna kill you. We're not. Like I said, choose you, because all you got is yourself. Period. So thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Tea Talk. It was a little different, you know. This is my first episode, my first segment, and I plan on getting better and better and better and better. Just make sure you tune in, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, send me any suggestions on topics if you want to be a part of my segment where you send me any anonymous questions or venting sessions, whatever. It's going to be anonymous. Nobody's going to know it's you. That is going to be featured on the show as well. But like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and I hope to see you soon on the next episode of The T Lo Show.